them to the sheep.
And across the ring in the blue corner, on feet for the 5 minutes, free carriage weighing in Dynamite and striking ways of the rituals. Please welcome from Leicester, Lyon Woodstock!
Every time we went anywhere in the amateurs, it was just me and Hudge. That was it. All the gym fighters, if they could make it. But it was always just me and Hudge, going around places, destroying people. That was our plan.
I can't leave. I feel suffocated though, look, I can't breathe. I'm trying to be good, I'm trying to live better, but at the same time I know I need to make cheddar, cause I got dreams.
When you're rolling, and I always say this, when you roll, you come out of the rolling circuit. What's he doing? Rolling. The judges like rolling.
I'm trying to get crowned like the three kings. I'm trying to get a little sparkle, no sequins. And this money that I make has got me hypnotized. You can say that I'm blinded by the bright lights. It's not good, but the streets, they drive me. Will I ever leave the hood? Not likely. I'm going down with the ship, call me captain.
We had about 300 people here on our opening day, and I thought there was a real need for something like this in the area. When we started off with an ethos that we were like a family, and we didn't start off as an amateur boxing club, we just started off as a community gym. And we opened the gym and we worked with all these kids, we brought them up and we nurtured them, and basically we made them believe in each other. And yeah, we sort of, I think that's our strength. Our strength is in the way we are, which is in the word unity.
While I was training down there, this bald guy with a goatee came down. It's exactly how I remember it. And I was just thinking, who's that guy? Like, I've seen him about, but I was thinking, like, what's he doing here? Like, who's that? And then heard him talking about, like, overheard him talking to the manager of the youth club at the time, talking about how he wants to open up a gym and he wants to do this. And he was saying, like, there's got to be a champion in Beaumont Leeds. And he's like, if there is, I'm going to find him. I just overheard him saying that, so I was just thinking, like, yo, like, there's gonna be a real gym in Beaumont Leeds. I was quite cocky back then, I'd say. More than I should have been. Like, I was just, you know, when you're just short and like you think you're the best thing in the world. That's what I was like when I was younger. When I was just small, I felt like I had to prove myself all the time. So I felt, because I was little, I had to bring a little bit extra character, do you know what I mean? So I seen him and I just walked straight up to him. I was like, oh, I heard you was looking to open up a gym. And that's when he spoke to me. And I remember the words that I always remember them to this day. And he said to me, and I had dreads then as well, so I was short, had long ass dreads, and I was just standing there looking at him, and he was like, if there is a warrior inside you, he says, I'll stroke that warrior and ignite them flames inside you, and you will become, like, if you've got a warrior inside you, he says, I can make you into a champion, I can make you into the best that you can be. And I was just like in awe, just staring at him like, yo, this guy's crazy. I ain't gonna be a champion, I'm from Beaumont Leeds, what's wrong with you? So
Come on, Silence, super short jab, and he's going to take it away from you. And then it's going to go the other way around. We're going to see how fast you can step and move and move. Come on. I don't want to go off. Fast work, movement, pop and defense. And then a little bit of movement, they'll give you that carrot. That's it, bit of movement, and then little feints and movement. Little feints and movement, that's it for the whole round. Good, come on. And invite them to do that again. Slip the shoe, come on. For a very long time ago, I was into martial arts, 15 years old. I got Fight of the Year, 2 years running. I trained with the England team, travelled all around the country. And I'd always loved boxing, and I'd sort of drifted in and out of various different arts, martial arts and whatnot. And then in 1996, on the estate, my brother lost his life in tragic circumstances. He was only 26 years old. His life was taken away by someone, you know, in a random knife crime. And I basically sort of, after that I was in a bad place, and it was the hardest time of my life. But my mum sat down one day, she says to me, I'd love to do something in memory of your brother, you know. She says, why don't we get a bench and put something on it and put it over the back in the park where we used to walk with the dogs. And I sat down and I just went home that night and I thought, a bench, you know, a bench. How does a bench come into my brother's memory? And I just couldn't see it. So I started training, I was boxing, I was fighting, I was doing really, really well. And I thought to myself, what about doing something in the area positive and using boxing and sport as a tool to sort of bring people together, because the actual crime itself was born out of hatred and badness and just racist nonsense.
Probably the best gym. It is the best gym in Leicester. So he's done quite well, you know. He's had a few fights, he's won them, and he's progressing quite well. But it's quite, you know, it's quite hard for him. They have to come quite often, and they have to. And Hudge is quite disciplined with him as well. So it helps him out with the everyday life, you know.
He's a good man. Honestly, he is a good man. He's changed my whole life. I could still be on them streets, dealing with the people that I was dealing with, doing things for them that I shouldn't be doing. And he's like, such a cliche. I hate cliches, but he did. He saved me, man. He stopped me being just another boy on the statistics. You know what I mean? Just the rest of them. So, high accolade to him, man. Trust me.
As well as the adults, he gives the time to the kids as well, because I think he realises they're the ones that are going to progress, and then the new kids that come on, he gives them the time as well, so it's quite fair with everybody.
Now the question is this, as I start moving and step back, can you still find the perfect jump? The first step was perfect, you made the second step you didn't need to do. This is what will happen in your fights, and this is how you end up falling into each other. So, I've got a really big, so I'm going back now. Cool. Highest achieving club that alongside any other club, because we had 3 boxers in the national finals. That means we took on the best from Amir Khan's gym, Ricky Atten's gym, Repton had been going like 300 years, 400, you know, Fitzroy Lodge. We took on and beat the best and ended up with 2 national finals, national champions that both went on to box for England. And Lyon, who got to the national finals.
Yeah, Lyon. Yeah, we watch Lyon. We try and go to most of the fights. So, you know, yeah, he's doing really well. Next champ. So.
My main goal, I want to be a world champion, but if everything goes the way I want it to go, I'll be able to inspire countless ends of young people to go and reach for their goals. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because not even just in boxing, I mean in anything, whether they're in dance, whether they're singing, whether they're doing music, whether they're doing art, whether they're just doing photography, it all comes down to the same thing. How much are you willing to put in? How much are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to, alright, so you're at home right now and you're working on your stuff and you've got a call, all your friends, you can hear them in the background, come out, it's gonna be great, blah, blah, blah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go with them, or you're gonna sit and carry on doing what you're doing and focusing on your goal? Well, what are you gonna choose? These are the little sacrifices. It might seem little right now, but when it comes to it, it's the little things that count. It really is, it's the little things. So right now, my life, right now, if I was to explain it to you, it would not take long, is at home, resting, gym training. Home, resting, gym training. Home, resting, gym training. My life won't change for no one, yeah? That's just how it is. So if someone wants to come into my life and be about, their life has to work around my life. It sounds selfish, but my goal is my goal.
Well, he's turned professional now, but he was the first kid through the door when we opened up, and he's been with me ever since, and he's gone from being an amateur star with England to turning professional, so he's one of the real success stories of the club. His style, very aggressive. 17 knockouts in 24 bouts, which is pretty much unheard of, you know. So he's a special kid. Shows these kids, you know, that what you can achieve, really, to be honest with you, if you dedicate yourself, put the time in. You know, it doesn't matter where you come from, to be honest with you. That's what I've always said to my fighters, you know, excellence finds its own level. Probably one of the biggest ways that for working class people in boxing, in my opinion, you know, I know I've got a great love for boxing, but boxing is one of the last real working men's sports where you can actually make it, you know, and you don't need a lot, you know. It's not like we're saying you've got to be a golfer, you've got to go or a tennis player, buy graphic rackets and go to the best courts, and you can do that anywhere, and that's what I wanted to prove, really, to be honest with you, with the gym, that, you know, if you look around as where we are actually and what we're doing, we're not really supposed to be doing what we're doing. We've probably got half the kit that most people have got. We probably don't have the facilities that we should have, really, to compete on the level that we do. But when you believe in yourself, and it sounds like an old cliche, but when you believe in yourself, and I think that's one of the biggest things in kids in areas like, it's coming from my background. When I was growing up, I had no belief in myself. I was just happy to get through the day, you know, get from morning till night, wake up in the morning. And that was an achievement to me. But when you actually take a step back and look at it, that these things and becoming a champion and becoming famous and doing all these things, they are attainable. And that's another thing I wanted to sort, because we grew up like that, we'd never seen that. So when I got older, I thought, you know what, I wish there was someone that could signpost me and talk to me and tell me what can be done. You know, a lot of kids around here don't have fathers, or they've come from broken families. I'm not saying all the kids, but a lot of them have, do you know what I mean? And they need mentors, and to be honest with you, I don't, and that's just my take on it, I don't blame the kids as much as I blame the authorities and the people that should be putting things in place for young people. Because if you actually think about what I've done, and I work all day on a shoestring budget in one of the most hardest to reach areas in England, not just in Leicester, if you think about what we've done on a shoestring budget and part-time, I work all day, and I have done for 6 years. I work in the school, I finish at 6 and I open this gym from 6 till 9. So on a part-time basis, on a shoestring budget, our achievements are amazing. They really are. That's not me, just that they just are. And the credit's got to go, really, to be fair, to the kids. Because, yeah, I've given them a facility and I've spoken to them, but they've ran with it. So it just shows you that if you can reach these kids and get to them at an early age, speak their language and get them to believe in something, it's amazing what you can do. Big fight coming up on the 12th of March where he'll be on the undercard of a world title fight. He's signed with one of the biggest promoters in the country, Frank Warren, so obviously there's a lot of people that have seen him and got a lot of faith in him, and like myself, and I see him pretty much in the next 12 months fight for a British title.
My feelings, my wants and needs don't even come into it. I've just got to accomplish this mission that I've been sent here to do. That is it. So it don't matter. So the sacrifices that I'm making, in my mind, when I think about it, they ain't that big. But to outside people that are looking in, they'll be like, yo, this guy's just, he's a boring guy. I hear that too much, you're boring. All right, I'll be boring. But when I've like accomplished everything I've wanted and I've changed so many people's lives and I've changed my own life, you carry on working at the post office and I'll be doing what I'm doing. And that's the difference. What are you willing to give up to get what you want?
Can fighting with my weekend, driven to the sea. Can fighting with my weekend, driven to the sea. Can fighting with my weekend, driven to the sea. Can fighting with my weekend, driven to the sea. Can fighting with my weekend, driven to the sea. Can fighting with my weekend, driven to the sea.
I know you wanna see me quit, no tapping out. I'm a winner in the ring, no backing down. The streets said they need me and that I can't leave me.
I got to show some of my skills and show people a bit more about me. Got to come out in my Deadpool mask. And yeah, so it was good, man. Got to be a bit more myself and let people know who Lyon Woodstock is. All these people down from Leicester out here to support me. Can't wait anymore, man. It was good. We got a nice little chat off with Frank Warren after the fight as well, saying I'll see a lot more of him. So obviously I'm making the right noise in the right places.
Get crowned like the three kings. I'm trying to get a little sparkle, no sequins. And this money that that I make has got me hypnotized. You can say that I'm blinded by the bright lights.